good, YouTube, man? It's your boy. Hold on, y'all. Did you miss me? I had to go and say that, y'all. Did you miss me? Because I know she wants to kiss me. But anyways, man, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Jay Willie Silly, man, a.k.a. Mr. Take It Easy. For you end up like Bazy, because you know Jay told them glazies. But make sure y'all follow my Twitch, man. Subscribe to my second channel. Your boy Jay is about to hit 8.2K on Twitch, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Uno, dos. You know what I mean? And like I said, the second channel, your boy Jay finna hit 1.4K, man. So I appreciate y'all, man. Mano y mano. Just don't bust my bulls. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, we're back with the true crime reactions. For all my new subscribers and new viewers, if you do want to check out all of my true crime reactions, it is in the playlist section over yonder. But we has Killer has no idea the feds watched his entire murder.
Holy shit, dude.
Are you good?
Yeah. So he was jumping over here. Yeah.
So no, you don't want to answer any questions?
I thought you said I'll stay at the...
Stupid.
Law enforcement officers from multiple agencies have just swarmed a man near a daycare center in Lubbock, Texas. The young man, Maurice Hendricks, was cooperative to a point, as if he had been unaware why he was being detained. He had no idea that police officers had actually witnessed the horrible act he had just committed 5 blocks away.
911, what is your emergency?
Yes, ma'am. This man just shot this woman over here off of 65th Drive.
Little could the man on the 911 call know, but the shooting had been...
Somebody is always watching. I said it before and I'm going to say it again. Somebody's always watching. Stop thinking that you can do evil and you going to get away with it. It's in the word. It is written by the Lord, the one that sees everything. A man reaps what he sows. So if you want to reap, keep thinking it's a game, man. Keep looking at life as a game. You going out here wilding. Keep thinking life a game, bro. You going out here shedding human blood. Consequences gonna come knocking at your door, bro. You gonna have to, you reap what you sow, man. It's gonna come back knocking at your door, but guess what? It's gonna be where you least expect it, man. We heard it before. We go, move smart, bro. I ain't get caught by now, so I might be smart. Just because you ain't get caught now, that don't mean you ain't smart. Like I said, consequences don't come the next day all the time. It'll come the next week. Stop thinking you're different, bro. It's a lot of people that thought they were smart. Everybody thought they were smart, bro. Like I said, I told you, bro. You ain't smart, bro. You got one man, his name G.O.D. He watch everything you do. Yeah, you probably get away from humans. But you got somebody, he watch everything you do, bro. You can't hide from God, bro. So that way it said in his word, you reap what you sow, bro. Stop acting a fool. Stop being deceived by the enemy thinking you're going to win. You're going to lose. So God, go out here and try to rob somebody. Watch how it turn out for you. Consequences going to come knocking. I don't understand how people expect to get good when they do bad. How do you expect to get good when you do bad, you're going to get bad. It's all right to be righteous and holy. Jesus was righteous and holy, and he was far from lame. Okay? The devil has deceived y'all. The devil has lied to y'all to thinking that living a righteous way and living a holy way is lame, a square. When you really the square, you the lame. You getting deceived. You getting lied to. You living a delusional lifestyle. You letting your thoughts control you. Come on, bro. Who really the lame, bro? Who really the square? I ain't being used. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. That's why when you go out here, you commit crimes. Who you think using you? You such an act, and then after you done the act, then you go back down to the reality now. Boy was used by a demon to commit the evil act, and then after you committed that act, now the demon let go of you. That's when regrets start hitting in.
One of which was a Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and
ATF
special agent
oh my
who
God.
had been surveilling the location specifically to watch for the perpetrator of this terrible crime, Maurice Hendricks. In addition,
Dang,
Maurice, walking down the street on his way to a rendezvous with a new girlfriend, happened to turn the corner and look up just as Maurice pulled the gun and shot Ariel at contact range in the head.
Oh my
and
God.
Most tragically, the murder was committed right in front of Ariel's 3-year-old son.
Watch
The
who y'all
world
get
stopped
with.
for just a moment for everyone in the area except for Maurice and the young boy nicknamed Peanut. Maurice coldly and calmly walked away while Peanut yelled out for help, turned and found a stick and a piece from a broken car window with some glass shards in it and made his way to chase down the murderer.
Oh, shoot.
Remember, this child
Lil
is
Peanut wasn't playing. 3 years old? Lil Peanut like, he killed my mom, I'm gonna kill. Oh, Lil Peanut finna turn out to be a monster. I'm gonna tell you that right. See, that's what create killers right here. That's what create killers. Right here. At 3 years old, you think he ever gonna forget that? At 3 years old, bro picked up a knife and trying to chase. You was getting chased down by 3. He's gonna turn out to be a killer. That motherfucker gonna try to find you when he get older. We have a super thug in the making. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you right now. You know, and like I said, life is always choice driven. Just because Peanut, you see your mom get killed in front, don't mean you got a choice to be super thug. You know what I mean? But most likely Peanut probably be a super thug. You know what I'm saying? When he grow up. Life is choice driven, man. I don't care about your mama got killed in front of you. That's sad, man. But don't grow up to be a super thug.
Made his way to chase down the murderer. Remember, this child is 3
years old.
He was stopped by a neighbor woman who gathered up the child and held on to him as police sirens wailed in the distance. As police flowed into the area, Maurice picked up his pace and headed away from the scene. A Texas Department of Public Safety helicopter overflew the area and quickly reported seeing a man in an alleyway between the streets. He had recently hopped over a fence and ditched some clothing and a bag before heading further away. They reported him looking around nervously. 2 blocks later, just after passing a police recruit training office and just before crossing a fence into a pediatric health daycare center, police swarmed Hendricks. At multiple gunpoints, he would surrender and lay himself on the ground.
Look how quick that consequence came, though. Sometimes the consequence do come that day. Look how quick that consequence was. Shot that girl in the head. Look how quick it was.
Points, he would surrender and lay himself on the ground.
So he was jumping fences over here. Yeah.
Hey, it's still in his pocket, right?
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, it's still in his pocket. You need gloves or you got some?
We're good. Hang on a sec. I think the kids would be. One of the patrol guys.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a million PD mark units over here, but can we get one that we can stuff this guy in the back of it?
Yeah, they might be over at the original scene. Well, I'll get you one.
Huh? There's another pistol. Hold on. Thank you for being honest. All right, roll them over that way.
Thank you for being honest. Being honest with the cops never is beneficial.
You got some?
You threw your life away that fast. You see how it took 5 seconds for you to get in trouble, and it's gonna take a lifetime for you to get out? You see how quick it is for you to get in trouble? See how quick it is? Boy, you ruined your life in 5 seconds.
You got anything else on you, buddy?
And it's gonna cost you your whole life.
Hey, once these guys get done searching you,
Oh
we're
my
gonna roll
God.
you up and sit you up so you can catch your breath, all right? It's hard to do that on the fly to your back.
Hendricks is being cooperative, helpful even. He's catching his breath and measuring his words carefully.
He has no choice.
Hey, big guy. We'll sit you up. Yeah? Ready? We're just gonna sit here and catch your breath, all right?
Hey, if you want to lean against me, you can, buddy. Hey, buddy, what's your name?
Maurice Hendricks.
I'm sorry?
Maurice Hendricks.
Maurice Hendricks? Okay. Hey, I don't have a bunch of questions for you. I just have one that's for the safety of the public, okay? Obviously, you're under arrest because I think you have a warrant for your arrest and whatever else, all right? But I have to read your Miranda warning, and I just want to have a quick conversation about any other guns that might have been tossed. Does that make sense? Okay.
Let's talk about that warrant, because it is an integral part of what has happened, why there were law enforcement on scene at that one particular tragic moment in time. Just a few nights before, a Stripes convenience store in Lubbock, Texas was robbed at gunpoint. The lone robber in dark clothing had approached
Maurice?
the counter to make a purchase. When the worker behind the counter opened the register, the man drew a small caliber pistol and then moved around the counter. He proceeded to take all of the money from the drawer, place it in a large bag, and then started to leave. But not before stealing a handful of cigarillos that were on display. In the process, he left a large number of fingerprints all over the cash drawer and the display. The fingerprints matched up with those of Maurice Hendricks.
Now I be trying to tell you, you rookie, you amateur. Gotta understand, once you're in the system, you're in the system, dimwit, fool. That's how they knew it was you. Because of your fingerprints. You know, when you go to jail and they put your fingerprints on that little scanner, your fingerprints are now in the system. So go out there doing something. That's what I'm saying. That's why you dumb motherfuckers, you don't even understand how deep this is. Why you think you motherfuckers be getting caught? Fingerprints, DNA, all that junk. Like I said, bro, all it takes is for you to mess up one time. One time. If you're, look, just realize how pathetic this criminal lifestyle is. You gotta be perfect every time. You see how hard it is to be a criminal? Look how hard it is to do evil. I gotta be perfect every single time. Every time. While ATF, while the DEA, while the feds, while the police, they could mess up 1,000 times. All they gotta do is be perfect one time. You see the disadvantages when it comes to criminals and police officers? You mess up one time, you're screwed. They can mess up thousands of times. They good. You just got to catch it one time. They caught him one time. I promise you, this is not his first time acting. Best believe, y'all see what I'm saying? First he shot and killed a woman. So this ain't his first time. That wasn't his first time doing that. So I guess he thought he could do it over and over and over, and he got caught. You feel me? He been committing crimes.
Been brought in on a domestic violence charge a couple of years before.
Get ready for life,
Being
bro.
Effectively homeless, drifting between family members' homes, those of friends and short-term girlfriends, he would be hard to find, except because he had a trail of domestic abuse charges behind him. Police were able to narrow down their search area quite a bit. A regional gang violence task force spread out to check the locations of old relations to begin surveillance on the chance that he might show up sooner or later. The ATF agent had been assigned to watch the home of Ariel Cade, a place she had just moved into a little over a month before at 1303 65th Drive.
Sad, man.
Ariel's home had been on their watch list because there had been a 911 call between the two a few months before. While no charges were pressed at that time, the two apparently,
And like I said, she is, let me see,
had a physical altercation with.
she is the reason she's dead. I know it's probably harsh to say, but I mean, how many times a man got to smack you around, you know what I mean, to show you, okay. I feel like women like that just don't got no self-control, not self-respect. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a man smack you around, I'm gonna keep it real. If a man smack you around, it's not by accident. He don't love you. Love is more than a word. Ladies and gentlemen that's watching. Love is by action, not by words. I can say I love you so many times. I love you, baby. Next day, hold on, shit, cook me some grits. Yesterday, that motherfucker just say he love you. Now yesterday he just say he love you. Next day he, oh! I can say I love you 1,000 times, but my actions prove otherwise. You know what I'm saying? So like at the end of the day, I don't mean to, to sound disrespectful, but she the reason she's dead. I mean, you had the warning signs. The warning sign's there. God never gonna let you die without a warning. Warning sign's there. He hitting you, getting in physical altercations. I mean, you still stand? I mean, shoot. I mean, only so much that God can do. God gave you free will now. You know what I'm saying? God ain't finna make you get out of the relationship. He gonna give you signs now. One thing I realized about that man above ain't never gonna let you wander. He ain't never gonna let you wander astray. It could be the littlest things. He ain't never gonna let you wander astray. He always gonna put a warning sign in front of you. He always gonna do it. It's only up to you to put it's only up to you to take heed to the warning. What you gonna do? You gonna take heed to the warning or you gonna look away? She looked away. And look at Costa getting shot in the head in front of a 3-year-old son.
Had refused treatment.
Lil Peanut finna turn out to be a super
transported
thug.
to a local hospital for minor wounds. Contacts had made law enforcement aware of her new location and that the two were still a couple. The ATF agent in his unmarked truck had pulled up just after the two had been having an argument outside. Neighbors said they had first heard loud shouting between the two and multiple door slams before the argument spilled out into the street. The witness said they saw Maurice chasing Ariel around a parked car on the street before the two went back inside. Thinking the fight, one of many that had happened on a regular basis, was over, the witness returned to their own activities. It was during that lull that the two came back outside from the apartment, this time with Peanut in tow, and the arguing began again.
Doing that in front of your son. You know what I'm saying? Doing that, all that in front of your son. Crazy work. You know, I ain't never seen my parents argue. Probably like one time. And that's like my later years. When I was like 20-something. I ain't never seen my parents argue. And when I was a kid, if they argued, bro, I ain't see it. Word up. I only seen it one time, and I was latest one time my whole life where I actually seen my parents argue, boy. That's how you supposed to do it. You supposed to let your kids see you arguing, bro. You supposed to hide that from them.
The ATF agent's report reads that as the two argued, he saw Maurice pull a pistol from his pocket, put it to Ariel's head, and shoot her. As Hendricks walked away, the ATF agent put out an immediate alert call and went to render assistance to the woman. Since this was known to be an area Hendricks haunted on a regular basis, numerous plainclothes and uniformed officers were already in the vicinity, each with a solid description of the suspect. They weren't looking for an armed robber anymore. A cold-blooded murderer was within their net that had already been cast. Luckily, no one else would come to harm. Officers and canine units would patrol the area looking for weapons or items that Hendricks had discarded during his attempted escape. Another man, Michael Stewart, had also been detained in the area as police searched for Hendricks. Michael Stewart, however, turned out to be a witness to the murder and had actually been the man who had gotten some of the nearby apartment dwellers to call 911 to get help for Ariel. He would volunteer to come in and tell what he had seen while on his way to meet up with the woman he had met earlier.
So you said there was a little kid. How old? Well, first of all, I don't know how old he was. He wasn't there.
Like I said, he's a civilian. You know what I mean? You know how y'all try to get. You know how you little street dudes, you criminals try. Oh, he cooperating, he snitches. No such thing as snitching when you're a civilian. We don't play by your rules. He's telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? He's telling what he's seen. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. Helping out the police. That's what it's supposed to be. We helping out the police. What you mean? You know what I mean? That's how it's supposed to be. But the devil has deceived you. And like I said, a lot of y'all who not even criminals following criminal rules. Oh, bro, I ain't snitching. You're not a criminal, bro. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to follow their rules. You're a civilian. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know why you want to be a criminal in the first place. Why you following criminal rules? I ain't snitching at all. Trying to be real to the world so bad, but the way the world think is fake. Like I say, you start getting close with God, you start seeing how fake this world is. All these made up rules. Who made up no snitching? You know what I'm saying? Freak that made that up. You know what I mean? Criminals. I ain't no criminal. I'm a civilian. He's doing exactly what he should do. So I just had to go and tell you that before we get anybody in their head. Oh, he corroborating, he's snitching. Civilians, bro. That don't exist with us. It exists with you criminals. Now I mean, we help out our police officers over here. You know what I'm saying? He's a civilian. Now I mean, what you think we pay police for? Police work for us. What the freak you mean? That's the reality. Trying to break down your mind. That's the reality. Police works for us. Tax dollars. You know what I mean? So this is the reality. This is supposed to be happening. You know what I mean? Helping each other out. You feel me? What you think? How you think police make a living? Through us. You feel me? But the criminals, the super thugs want us to they want to put their lifestyle on us. Their delusional lifestyle. You know what I mean? Their delusional rule book, they want to put it on us civilians like we supposed to follow it. F your rule book, boy. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody no criminal. Nobody no freaking super thug like you. Follow your rules, mother effer. Hey, tell it all on them. You know what I'm saying? Freak you talking about, boy. We don't want people like you running around the streets. You know what I'm saying? I told you, one thing about me, bro, I'm against that evil junk. I'm against that sinful junk. I'm against all that, bro. We righteous over here, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. I'm finna reform. I'm finna renew your mindset, bro. You know what I mean? Stop thinking that, oh, you cool and stop trying to be cool to this goofy world, bro. Stop it, bro. You know what I mean? You ain't no criminal, bro. You a civilian, bro. You a good kid, and there's nothing wrong with that, bro. You good, bro.
He had beef from like 05.
I'm trying to,
Yeah, they want that beef.
trying to be something you ain't, bro.
It was a black dude.
A black kid.
It was a black dude and a black thing.
Okay. And were you gonna say something? I'm sorry.
And when he shot her, he grabbed her, he threw her.
Okay.
And when he did all that, I already knew, you know, but everything's running through my mind. So I'm trying to go back, and that's when I seen him.
Okay.
I asked him and another guy, I said, can one of y'all call the police? Because my phone, you know, my phone's off Wi-Fi.
He would go on to explain that at first, no one wanted to help, and then goes on to animatedly tell what happened.
Everybody was like, well, he was like, well, I don't have no, you know, everybody's talking about I don't want to be involved type shit.
Yeah.
So I ended up walking past her body. When I walked past her body, I walked across the street. I never walked in front of the building where
Don't touch her body,
Is
boy.
that Spanish Flair?
No.
Where she was at?
No.
Okay.
She was in that building when y'all found her.
Again, I haven't been out there.
Well, that's her first and the last spot. She was standing right there.
Okay.
She was standing right there. You can see them having a conversation. And the dude is like this. He shot this way. And she leaned. When she got shot, she leaned. He grabbed her by the head. Threw her. Well, no, I guess it was this way. So when he shot her, he grabbed her. Boom. Threw her this way. And that's where she was at.
That's where she lay.
And then I'm by her. I'm like right before you get to Spanish Flair.
Okay.
So I really can't, like I told the other people I'm seeing, I can't give you no description how he looked. I know he had on a black and white backpack.
Okay.
And he had on a jacket. That's one thing I can remember. He had on a long sleeve or something.
Okay. What color?
Black.
Black.
Because they pulled me over, made me get on the ground because I got on all black.
Yeah. Thinking it may be you.
So after that happened, I asked him, could they help? And he was like, no. So I walked down the street. I have a beer in my hand. So I set the beer at the end of the block. And I went to the little business place right there that's at the end of 65th.
Okay. Yeah.
And I knocked on the door and I opened it up and I said, can someone please help me? This girl just got shot right here. It was a white man that walked out that had khaki pants on and everything. He was on the phone. But by that time I
And
already...
that's what I was just saying, though. And that's what I always try to say. And this is another way why the world, like I said, the world is delusional. You know what I mean? The world is deceived, right? You know what I'm saying? One thing I've realized, bro, you remember what he was saying about the people that, you know what I'm saying? The people, you feel me? He was asking the people for help and they wouldn't help him. Say, I don't want to get in that type of junk. I can bet y'all that was black folks. Color does not matter. You know what I mean? We're all the same. And I'm getting to what I'm saying, man. You see how all them people, and that's what make me laugh when it comes to a lot of black folks. You know what I mean? A dude that don't look like you, a lighter man, kills a person of color, then you want to riot and all that. You know what I'm saying? But then when it happens in y'all area, you don't want to do nothing for it. You see the hypocrisy when it comes to that? That's why I would say that this color junk is not real. You know what I mean? Like you people just want to stir up things. You just want to, you know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't make sense. How you want justice, you feel me, for a brother when he get killed by a lighter man, but then when another brother kill another brother, I don't want nothing to do with it. But you see what the white man did, right? He the only one to help the brother out. You know what I'm saying? I can promise you, on my life, I can promise you right hand. Because it happens all the time, bro. How many times we see it, bro? It happens all the time. I can promise you them folks was black that he asked. When he asked first, he ain't want to help him. I can promise you them folks were black. I can promise you. You know what I'm saying? I can promise you. It happens all the time, bro. You know what I mean? When it comes to people of color, bro, when it comes to a lot of people in color, bro, not all, but it's a lot of them. You're the most hypocritical people I've ever seen in my life. You know what I'm saying? You know how much better your community would be? You know what I'm saying? If you start looking there, you feel me? Look there first. Every time a brother gets killed by another brother, you know what I mean? Take action there. Don't just take action when a lighter man killed another brother. That's just weird to me. You know what I'm saying? That's when you want to stand together. But when another brother when another brother kill another brother, I ain't seen nothing. I don't know nothing. Then you want to play silent then. But then when it comes to justice for Michael Blackson, justice for Trayvon Martin, Freak out my face. I bet you if Trayvon Martin would have got killed by another brother, I bet you they wouldn't have had that protest. Let Trayvon Martin would have got killed by another brother. None of that would have happened. Let Michael Blackson would have got killed by another brother. None of that would have happened. That's what I be saying, man. The devil didn't deceive y'all, man. Lied to y'all, man. You know what I'm saying?
The helicopter.
Man, just freaking hypocrites, man. I don't like
So I
that.
was like, damn. And then when I walked out, everybody pulled up on me and told me to get on the ground.
Michael Stewart was bothered by the lack of desire for the people there to be involved, to help out.
I'm turning, I'm looking at him. I said, the dude right there, he just killed this girl.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, no, fuck all that. Like, I wanted to chase him so bad, but I know that's what y'all telling me.
I know. At the same
Hey, for
time,
real, chase that motherfucker. What you think I'm finna go down for this murder, man? That motherfucker right there for you talking about.
it's a gun on you, you know?
Yeah.
I understand though.
And I just tried to get help to her. Even though it's a kid in the situation, I tried to get help to her.
Anything else you could think of that you saw, heard? Did you hear any words exchanged?
I ain't got to heard none of that because I wasn't that close to hear anything.
Right.
Just a few doors down at the Lubbock Police Department headquarters, an emotionless Maurice Hendricks was brought in for questioning by Detective George Madrigal. After being read his rights and agreeing to speak without an attorney, Hendricks proved to be anything but helpful.
You tell me, what were you doing today at 1300 block of 65th Drive?
1300 block. 65th Drive.
Yeah.
Where's that?
That's right by Motel 6, east of that, north of there.
I mean, if an ATF agent seen him, why we having this interview? That an ATF agent was right
there. Is right there at Motel 6, that area, just 1 block north.
No, sir.
Okay. All right. What's that?
Oh, I said no, sir.
Yeah. All right. Can you tell me what you did today, sir? This time as early as you can. This early this morning, we woke up. What you do today?
Hendricks has decided to play dumb for the moment. He doesn't want to even admit that he was in the area or that he had any idea that something had happened.
What is the incident that occurred?
Well, the incident I'm talking about is what occurred today. All right. And I'm trying to get to what you've done all day today. And then we can get to that point, okay? Okay. Where we start today. Let's just start off with today right now.
If it doesn't have to do with the incident that I'm being held, detained for.
Okay. You don't feel comfortable talking about it? Okay. Any question? Can you tell me where you were at when you were apprehended?
In front of
a daycare, bro.
Some law enforcement. Yeah.
Some law enforcement.
Whatever. Daycare or whatever.
What area?
Looked like a daycare. I thought I seen a playground. Stop playing stupid, all right?
Block 50th Street.
Block 50?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what were you doing there?
I'm just walking.
Just walking. Where were you coming from?
Just walking.
But I
just walking?
Just walking, but where are you coming from?
Where you're coming from. You're just walking, huh? I mean, he's like I say, he's doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's like in this situation, you're screwed. You gotta understand, man, certain situations, bro, being silent ain't gonna help you. You know what I'm saying? So this is one of those situations where being silent just not gonna help you. You're cooked regardless. Because the ATF agent literally seen you kill the woman. And not only did the ATF agent see you kill a woman, a witness seen you kill a woman. So now you have a witness that can literally identify you. You're cooked.
If we're not talking about the incident.
Well, we're talking about the incident because you were leaving that incident, and I'm talking about, and that's why I wanted to get to that point. What you were doing in that area, you know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He stumbles for a bit when Ariel is mentioned, but then he goes back to his stonewalling.
Do you know who Ariel is?
Yes, sir. I don't want to answer any more questions. I'm not going to talk about the incident.
You're talking about the incident.
Well, that's why I'm asking right now. I'm getting to that point, sir.
Hello?
This is in reference to Ariel. You know the incident I'm talking about.
No, sir.
Okay. Now, Maurice, I'm gonna be very straightforward with you, okay? Bad things happen now. It's good people. Things can happen. They're out of your control. Your stressful situation or not. But I wanted to bring you up here, give you the opportunity to tell me what happened and why it happened. You understand? Because only you can tell me that. And you know what I'm talking about, okay? I mean, we know what you did, but I wanted to give you the opportunity why you did that and what happened. Okay?
Well, still, include situation targets.
Okay. We have witnesses that saw you, okay? You were in possession of a couple of firearms, is that correct?
Yes, sir. Whenever I hold the tank, yes, sir.
He said, all right. And did you use one of those firearms today?
No, sir.
Okay. We're gonna test you for GSR. What's that? GSR is gunshot residue.
Okay.
That will show you if you fired a gun or not today. Okay.
Surely the man has to know they have him dead to rights, but he continues to play dumb.
I heard what you're saying, but I don't understand why I was detained.
Witnesses saw you with the firearm at 1365th Street. And what is Ariel to you again?
You never asked me that, sir.
I'm asking you now. What is she to you?
Oh, well. If we don't have any questions, if you don't have any questions about,
Is there any question?
About me being here and the reason you're here, know why I'm here.
The reason you're here is because
I mean, bro, it's like going in a circle. I mean, you think you're controlling the conversation, but you're not. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're trying to play dumb. You're trying to, like, you're cooked, bro. No, and like I said, I realized playing dumb, not telling the truth, that's the best way to go. But I mean, the best thing to do is for you to ask for a lawyer. You know what I mean? But you playing silent in this situation is not going to help you. I feel like you should play like this regardless, bro. But it ain't going to help you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, just a situation that you just cook regardless. Stay quiet, ask for a lawyer. You're cooked. Just in a lose-lose situation.
That's crazy.
That's why I have you in here. And that's why I want to talk to you about it, okay? We have witnesses saying y'all were arguing outside the apartment. And you were in possession of a firearm. And you pointed it at her and fired a round at her.
Okay.
Jim, what do you have to say about that?
I didn't say about that, sir.
Once again, I'm going to ask you, did you fire a firearm today?
He's been confronted with what people saw, where they found him, that they had found weapons on him, and that they will test him and the clothes for further evidence that he had fired a gun. Hendricks continues to throw up a wall between himself and the truth, no matter how flimsy it's becoming. Finally, the detective tries to give Hendricks one more chance to give his side of the story, to move the needle a little bit from cold-blooded murderer to some kind of explanation.
I don't mean to disrespect you in any way. I'm talking to you as a man. Just give me an opportunity to tell me what led up to this. Because I know things can escalate quickly. I know there's probably something that was going on between you and her that I'm not aware of. And that's why I'm bringing you in here. I'm not trying to play no games with you. I'm just giving you an opportunity to tell me what led up to this. What was the issue? What was going on?
Can I speak to a lawyer?
Yeah, right. If I read you your rights, whatever you says you
would like to speak to a lawyer.
Okay, not a problem.
Over the next few minutes, a forensic technician would come into the office, do gunshot residue tests on his hands, photograph his hands and clothes, also collecting all of his clothes for further lab testing. When forensics had...
Like, imagine sitting there like a little good boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you sitting there like a little good boy, man. You know what I'm saying? I just don't feel comfortable, man. Like, him taking screenshots, you know what I'm saying? And, okay, yeah, move your hands, just taking pictures of me like I'm part of an auction or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, just sitting like a little good boy, like a slave. Like, just, you know what I'm saying? Being auctioned off, finna be auctioned off to your prison daddy. Like,
do
Y'all got
gunshot
that, bro.
residue tests on his hands,
Got that.
photographs.
You better start understanding that jail is a different word for slavery. You know what I mean? Slavery still exists. It's just named different. You know what I mean? Like, except calling it slavery is called jail, called work. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Instead of called slave owners or masters, they're called wardens. They're called correctional officers. They're called police officers, DEA agents, ATFs. You know what I'm saying? It's still around. It's just different wording. Manager, boss. Come on, man. Still around, bro. Y'all just stupid enough not to see it.
And clothes also.
Look at him stand up there like a little good boy.
Lab testing.
Okay, put your hands down and take a picture like a little good boy.
When forensics had completed their job, Hendricks was taken to the county jail for holding. There, he would be charged with first-degree murder and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Deuces.
Maurice Hendricks would be placed under a $580,000 bond and appointed a public defender. He would remain...
They got him, can't even freaking afford a lawyer, talking about you want a lawyer. Mother effer finna go to freaking go to court for a murder. That's exactly why I said before. You folks be out here killing, not knowing that killing costs. Do you know being a criminal costs? You out here being a criminal. Do you know you need money to be a criminal? Dummy. So many fools walking around. That's why you stay getting life without parole, because you get a public defender that don't care about you. Public defenders ain't finna go to fight for you. Public defenders ain't finna go to bat for you, bro. Talking about, can I speak to a lawyer? You ain't got money to afford a lawyer. You ain't got money to afford the bond. But you want to go out here and kill people. Well, y'all priorities messed up, boy.
Custody for a year and a half before a final record.
Bro was in custody for a year and a half before seeing the judge.
Before a judge. At the scene of the shooting, the first officer to arrive to her side reported that he saw blood flowing from under her dreadlocks. He located the wound and used his thumb to staunch the bleeding as best he could. Ambulances arrived on the scene just minutes later, and paramedics worked feverishly to save 22-year-old Ariel's life, and police worked to secure the crime scene. Child Protective Services also came to secure the young boy and find other relatives. Ariel was brought to a local hospital where policemen on scene would report. Doctors and nurses worked feverishly to stabilize her. Hours later, they were able to move her to a surgical intensive care unit. As family members rushed to be there for the young mother, it became clear that the damage was too extensive. Her brain had suffered much too much injury, and activity had ceased. She was unable to breathe on her own. She was pronounced at 6:38 p.m. on Friday, March the 15th.
Hey.
It would be the next day when Ariel's younger sister, Zayla, would speak with Detective Madrigal. Devastated by the loss, the young student from the University of Houston had spent the prior week with her sister and had been in constant contact with her. She knew very well what kind of relationship Maurice and Ariel had. She had no problem discussing it, and she had text records to back up what she said.
He was very, controlling over her. He didn't like when she went places. He didn't like when she had people over. The day that he called me and she was telling me that they were arguing and that she just didn't want to be at the house. She was just telling me, she asked me where was I at, and I told her I was at the house because my car wouldn't start. And she was like, yeah, I gotta go get my car out the impound because it got towed.
Ariel's car had been towed from a convenience store where Maurice had left it with a blown-out tire. A towing company had moved the car to their impound lot and were holding it after it had sat for 5 days in front of the store. This was not the first time Ariel's car had been towed away after Maurice had left it somewhere.
She was talking about leaving him because they had just gone through too many problems, but she loved him too much, so she wasn't going to leave.
How long had they been dating?
They started over this summer. This summer when I came back from college, it was around May they started talking.
So less than a year.
Yeah, less than a year. But they moved into this house together.
See that? You're moving too fast. You're moving. That goes back to what I'm saying. Too freaking fast. How you love him and you barely even know him. You know it takes more than a year for you to get to really truly know a person. You know what I'm saying? Problem with y'all moving in too fast, moving in together and look, you're not moving in with me, and I'm not moving in with you until we're married. Point blank, period. My future girlfriend, or wherever you're watching, you're not moving in with me, and I'm not moving in with you. It's not happening. Simple. So please do not ask me to move in with you. I will definitely never move in with a woman. Please don't ask to move in with me. I'm not moving in with you, guys.
When did she move in?
You're not moving in with me.
February 15th, they moved into the house.
Detective Madrigal returns to the day of the incident with Zayla.
What did she do after that?
I was just sitting down on the couch, and she called again at 1:38, but it was just like one of those quick, like, call and then they hang up, and I tried to call right back, but I guess she didn't answer, so I just assumed that, like, they were talking about it or something like that.
But she didn't give you any details of what was going on?
No, she was just like, she was just telling me, like, he's always trying to argue. I don't got time for that shit.
So leave.
But he would always, like, he would make threats to her all the time. He would always act like crazy. He would take her phone.
And when you say threats, like, explain.
Like he'll say stuff like you think this a game? I'll show you. Or he'll say he'll say.
I know this ain't easy, but I appreciate you coming down.
He'll be like, I'll kill you if you try to read me, Ariel. But like, I don't know why today's society make that okay, make stuff like that okay.
Did you hear him say that before?
I don't know either, bro.
She would just tell me, or like the messages between them. He would be like very arguing with her and just telling her stuff like that.
That's
But you know,
cute.
she just was thinking that it was just all talk.
So she told you at one time he had threatened?
He told that to my brother. My mom said that my brother told her. He said that just stuff like that. He would always be just like, you better not leave me. You ain't nothing without me. Just stuff like that.
Okay. When he would make threats
Probably thought she was.
her life, did he ever say how he would do it or anything?
No, we didn't get into all of that.
Like in many cases of domestic violence, the aggressor is often seen as all talk and no action, until one day they change, sometimes with dire consequences.
He said, is Maurice acting right? That was Tuesday, and she texted him at Thursday at 1:34. No, I want him to leave. He won't leave. He takes my phone every time I try to call someone to come get us. And Maurice's dad texted back at 2:43 and said, what is your address and does he have that gun?
And that was when? Tuesday?
Thursday.
The day of?
The day of.
What time?
Her message was at 1:34 p.m. on Thursday, and his message was at 2:43 p.m. on Thursday. And when we were out of town together, when she was at my house, she got a call from Maurice's mom, and she told her, have you seen Maurice? And she was like, no, I'm out of town with my sister. And the mom was like, well, he broke into his dad's house and stole 2 of his guns. And we were just like, dang, that's crazy. Like, why would he do that?
Hendricks had, in fact, stolen a handgun from his father's girlfriend's house, a .40 caliber Smith & Wesson SD-40 that had a laser sight attachment. The pistol was seen on security camera footage in the convenience store robbery and was recovered with the laser sight broken off from Maurice's pocket at the time of his apprehension. The Smith & Wesson, however, was not the murder weapon. That was a .22 caliber Taurus PT-22 that was also found on Maurice when he was brought down. This pistol, poorly cared for with a broken magazine catch, had been used to fire the single shot that ended Ariel's life. The autopsy would show the bullet had been
Bro, she
fired.
looks so different in every picture. Like, am I the only one that like starting to realize that? Like, she looks so different in every picture, bro.
pistol, poorly cared for with a broken
Every picture they
magazine
show, she
catch,
just looked different.
had
She's
been
like a
used
different
to
person.
fire the single shot that ended Ariel's life. The autopsy would show the bullet had been fired from contact range, entering the right front portion of her head, with the wound channel moving through to the back left side of her head, where the bullet would lodge.
Had he ever been violent with her in the past?
She went to the hospital. It was February 19th where she went to the hospital.
Which hospital, Gail?
UMC.
What injuries did she have? Did she explain to you what had happened?
Yeah, she just texted us and she texted us and told us if she just texted us in the group chat. It was like, if Maurice comes to your house, will you let me know? He stole all my stuff. I'm at the hospital. He got my car, my phone, and my house keys. And my mom went and picked her up from the hospital and said that she had like bruising and scratches down her back and on her face.
Did she tell you how she got those injuries?
Yeah, she said she was trying to like run to the car and leave, and he just pushed her over and took the keys and like left in the car. And like their house outside has like a lot of gravel and like a lot of rocks. So
he
pushed her onto the rocks, yeah.
Onto the ground?
Mm-hmm.
And then Zayla comes back around to the part of the story that seems repeated too often in domestic violence cases. Something too many fail to recognize as a clear warning sign and a cry for help.
She said she was tired. He never let her do anything, or he was always mad whenever she got paid. Every time she got paid, they got into like an argument.
Getting mad about her money.
She said he felt like he didn't feel like a man, but she always told him, like, I don't care what you have or don't have, like, I just love you for you. And she was just trying to get that through his head, but she said it made him feel some type of way because he didn't have money and she did, and he thought.
Bro jealous of his girl. Oh my God. Imagine that. You ain't got money because of you, bro. Get your butt up and go work. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, instead of going work, you being jealous, but you got problems. You know what I'm saying? That boy got serious problems. You need to be in jail, bro. You know what I mean? But hey, man, you should have left this man at the beginning, man. I'm telling you, at the beginning. You just stayed, and you just stayed until it got worse, man.
She thought she was better than him. So she
Bro, delusion.
Like, give him all the money.
And then she was being manipulated by him, bro.
She just got her income tax. She like bought him games, gave him money just so he wouldn't like feel bad, or just so he wouldn't like argue.
Man, F that.
Be like, she was making it a joke, but like now that I think back on all this, it really makes me upset that I didn't see. She would just be like, I might as well have the time of my life because he gonna kill me when I get back. And we just laugh, and I'm just like, girl, like just like, you know, just like, yeah, and I'm just like, girl, like, you know, just laughing it off because she would laugh. So I'm like, she just joking, like, cause yeah, she was just joking around, but I.
Was he upset that she went over there?
Yeah, he would blow her up, like he was blowing her phone up, and when she didn't answer, he would call me and be like, where's Ariel at? And I'm like, she's laying down asleep. He's like, well, can you wake her up? And so like, yeah, he would like call. When she wasn't answering, he would call my phone. And he would text my boyfriend and be like, I don't know what they're doing. They're probably doing some sneaky stuff, like just a lot. But I didn't think that he would.
And then Zayla makes a statement bringing home just how dangerous and dire domestic violence can be.
The child care place he was at, he called me while I was at the hospital. And he was just like, Nanny, and I was like, yes? He was like, my mama got shot. And I was like, I know, baby, I know. He was like, can you come pick me up? And I was like, I'll come pick you up. But they wouldn't let us come get him. He went to our room with his dad.
Did he say any more? What happened?
No, he just kept like, every time he called, he'd be like, my mama got shot. And then my little sister was like, yeah, we know. He was like, Bubby's, he calls Maurice Bubby's. He's like, Bubby's shot my mama. And he just kept saying that.
And Maurice. Okay.
And so I guess he was right there and he saw the whole thing.
And that is the tragedy of it all. A young woman's life ended, a small child witnessed all of it who will carry that throughout their days, and a young man, just 21 himself at the time, sitting in a jail cell not knowing what he had done, at least for the moment. The evidence in the case would prove to be overwhelming, and Maurice Hendricks would eventually take a plea deal in exchange for a murder charge with a sentence not to exceed 55 years and having the other charges against him dropped. Maurice Hendricks would admit his guilt. Maurice Hendricks would receive a 55-year sentence for murder. He is eligible for parole on September 13th, 2051. Should he not be found deserving of parole, he could remain incarcerated until 2079. He was credited for 580 days of time served prior to sentencing. He is currently being held at the French Robertson Unit in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice in Abilene, Texas. If you or someone
2079. Do y'all see how crazy that is? This sounds so. He gonna miss GTA. If anybody goes through anything angry, I want your motivation to be GTA 6. I mean, he's gonna miss GTA 6. That motherfucker gonna miss GTA 10. Hey man, hey, I appreciate y'all for joining the video. Like I said, your boy Jay will be live on Twitch, man. It's your boy Jay, man. Take it easy before you end up like beat your boy Jay out, man. Gang.